Hey everyone, it's Anya. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am filming, I'm filming this tag video. It is the rapid fire home fragrance tag video that Stephanie Melton, Steph Loves Life, has tagged me in. And these are so much fun. I love tag videos. So there's a list of questions that I have emailed to myself because I can't multitask and I'm filming using my phone. So I'm using my laptop here um, to look over not look over, but to answer the questions as they go. So if you want to know my answers to the rapid fire home fragrance edition questions, then just stay tuned. Okay, so I had planned on doing this yesterday, but instead I decided to film my empties. So I have waited several hours now after taking a shower and washing my hair. And with curls, sometimes it takes a really long time if you air dry like I do. And I also want to apologize for the air conditioner. It's gonna be another hot one today, and I'm already sweating. There's nothing worse than I hate getting out of the shower and just immediately being hot. So the thermostat set at 71. I have both air conditioners on at that temperature. So we shall see if I make it through this without beads. Anyway, neither here nor there. Let's get into these questions. Number one is candles or wax melts? I am a wax melt girl. I like having more options that way. Candles can be expensive. Wax melts are less pricey. You can get a variety of scents versus you're stuck with one candle, two candles. And I don't like having to wait for a sale. So I'm here for wax melts. Question two, woodsy or fruity scents? I like both. In fact, woodsy and fruity are two of my favorite categories. So, and we'll just go with woodsy and fruity. Okay, spring, summer, or fall, winter blends. I am a fall winter, most definitely. I have to say that because my collection is mostly warm and cozy scents. I do have scents in the other categories, and I do appreciate the the summer and spring scents, but my stash of that, like florals and fruits, fresh, are small compared to my fall and winter stash. Hot plates or Scentsy warmers? I started out with Scentsy, and that's what I have. I wouldn't be opposed to having hot plates. The only two items that I have in my home fragrance line, or arsenal I should say, I do own two candle crocks that I use as like a hot plate or just a really big warmer. So and I also really love the design elements of the Scentsy warmers. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go with Scentsy since that's predominantly what I own the most of. But at some point I would like to try a hot plate. But with the amount of money I've invested in the Scentsy warmers, I'm kind of cool also with just sticking with what I've got. Number 5, vendor wax or Scentsy? I have more vendor wax than I do Scentsy. Since I've branched out from only using Scentsy into vendor wax, the options that are available, the broader variety has been mind-opening and absolutely amazing. So vendor wax, definitely. Number 6, would you prefer to buy multiple smaller size wax or loaves of a scent you love? Can I answer this like both? I like the smaller sizes because if you're making one purchase, say from a vendor, you can have the option of trying a lot more items. And then if it comes back and you really love it, then you can purchase a bigger quantity to be able to melt that more than once. I have only purchased a minute amount of Loaves, and I don't mind them. It gives me the option of being able to melt something more than once. But that being said, I do like the convenience of using smaller items, because it does feel great to finish that off. But then you're out of it. So then what? So I like both. 7. Least favorite scent note in wax. That's a good question. I'm gonna go with leather. Number 8, most underrated scent blend. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I have been dabbling into more body care, perfumey type scents, whereas those were like further down on my scent preference list. And I've also burned myself out on a lot of zucchini blends. I like the zucchini bread, but I'm kind of like over it for now, but I'm not opposed. I still do have some in my collection. I don't know how to answer this. Most underrated scent blend. I don't know. Scent blend. Can we talk about overrated? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Number 9, the last scent you warmed. I'm actually just changed out my wax to this blend that I made. It's called Crushing It. It's got muscadine grape, key lime, vanilla cotton candy, and marshmallow cream. I'm just been wanting to melt a grape scent, and it's mostly grape predominant. Something fruity, something fun. And that's the last thing I put in. Prior to that was Holy Night from Salt Mountain Melts, which has vanilla birch, blackberry, and Palo Santo, and it's absolutely the most beautiful vanilla, birch, and blackberry combo ever from Salt Mountain Melts. The last scent you bought. My last purchase was through Knowles Farm Scents. I had purchased in the June 20th, like the Salt Mountain Melts Honor release. So I purchased a few brittle bars from Thomas. The last purchase I made was through Knowles Farm when they were honoring Amanda Dixon of Salt Mountain Melts. So the last scent I bought, you know, sometimes you buy things you don't even remember what you purchased. I know I got like 5 or 6 different scents. His version of Outer Banks with a twist, I think that's one of the ones. That's all I can remember. Do you double bag? Number 11. Yes. I've been realizing that in order for my wax, I want the most out of my wax, and sometimes now returning out to the work field versus working from home, I want to get the most out of my wax. So if in storage it can keep the scent from escaping the polybro bag, then yes, I do double bag. I will also Mylar bag my coffee scents. Mylar bags you can purchase on Amazon, and Mylar food safe bags are typically, they keep all the scents inside and then keep outside things from getting in. So highly recommend those. Number 11, do you store by vendor or season? Both. I have Yeah, I will have to say both. So, say like I have. Okay, let me branch out and say this. So, my fall and winter stash are mixed together. But my fall is separate and my winter holiday scents are separate. But the winter ones have multi vendors and Scentsy mixed together. Fall has Scentsy and vendor mixed together. And then I have everything actually broken down by scent category. So I have fruity, I have perfumey, woodsy, outdoorsy mixed together, stored together. I have year-round scents, like my Second and Spruce collection. I have Second and Spruce, Lavender and Speckles, Sassy Girl Aroma, Salt and Mountain Melts. Teddy Bees is separate, most part. I don't know how to answer this. It's both, because I have year-round scents from Second and Spruce separated from the fall and winter ones. Those are in their appropriate category drawer. Lavender and Speckles, I've kind of kept her blends to one drawer. Same with Sassy Girl Aroma. She's Sassy Girl Aroma is actually in with my Lavender and Speckles scents. Salt and Mountain has her own drawer, but there are some scents that I have pulled that go to the fall and winter ones. And I can't give you a reasoning other than I was just trying to make use of the best way I could make use of the drawer system that I have. That was a long answer. Sorry, not very rapid fire. Number 13, top 3 favorite scent categories: bakery, fruit, and bakery. Yeah, bakery, fruity, and then woodsy, smoky. And with woodsy, I also categorize my perfumey scents because the ones that I gravitate towards more have amber, or they have birch or sandalwood. Yeah, those are my top 3 favorite categories. And bakery applies to my fall collection. That's all bakery minus like 6 things that are like outdoorsy. Blend or a single note, number 14. So, as a crafter, and I'm experiencing fragrance oils, you as consumers may not realize there are separate notes in with a single scent oil or single scent oil. Yes. And sometimes the single oil by themselves are amazing. And I have offered wax with single scent oils, but you guys wouldn't have known because the notes in each of those oils, you can smell them. So I like both. I like both. Okay. Number 15, strong thrower or soft and subtle. I like strong scents. I like to be able to walk into a room and know I'm melting something, but I don't need it. I don't need to be able to smell it outside my door, although that is kind of a plus sometimes, depending on what it is. Number 16, morning or evening melter. I melt both times because I get up at dark 30. I will melt wax in the morning, and I do change my warmers out twice a day. So I'll put something fresh in, unless it's something that I absolutely love from the night before, then I'll keep that in the whole day, even if I'm not here, and then change out my wax in the evening. So like say, what time do I leave? I get a good 4.5 hours in the morning to enjoy wax, and then 6 to 7 hours in the evening to enjoy wax. So I do both. Number 17, name the first 3 scents that come to mind. Beach nights and anything. Grape. Anything having to do with like a creamy grape. And I know that sounds strange. I like grape, and I feel like it's underutilized in the vendor wax world. And I've been seeing a lot more, or I've been noticing a lot more options being released, and I love that. And the third one, strawberry. All the things strawberry. Are we surprised? Fresh, number 18 is fresh linen or sweet bakery. Sweet bakery, I'm just now coming around to linen laundry type scents. But they have to be blended in a specific way for me to enjoy them. Number 19, what is a heartbreak scent you can no longer get? Vanilla Waves from Scentsy. From vendor, anything from Salt Mountain Melts. Number 20, do you melt the same scent all over your home or change it up by section? I actually change it up by section. I have this fear of becoming nose blind, so in my bathroom, I will melt something completely different from my bedroom. Same applies for the living room, mostly the kitchen, but I do try to melt complementary scents. Number 21, do you track what you've been warming? Yes, within the last year, I've actually, because of Martha's Fragrance Corner, she had posted her spreadsheet, and I was curious about my numbers. Since last year, I've been keeping track, and I'm loving seeing what I get through, also seeing how often I'm bringing stuff in. So it's kind of good. It kind of opens your eyes a little bit. Number 22, try a dupe or buy the OG. I'm cool with both. I like duplications. I have offered duplications, whether they are a perfume dupe or my take on a blend that has been offered before. I'm not a snob that way, so I like to try it all. Number 23, a scent you didn't expect to love but now do. White florals. I say that. The only white florals I had ever experienced in my wax journey had been offered through Scentsy. Lush Gardenia. Blue Hyacinth. Although technically it's not really a white floral. It can come white. And as I've gotten older, I'm appreciating them more. Are roses considered a white floral? I think that's more like a sweet floral. I used to hate florals, but white florals, I say that specifically is tied to First of Her Name from Teddy Bees, which is a beautiful creamy citrus and white florals blend, and it's absolutely stunning. One of my favorite go-tos. And yeah, white florals is it. Seasonal melter or mood-based melter? I'm kind of 50-50. I have also realized, okay, no, I don't want to say 50-50. I'm like 70-30. 70% mood melter, 30% seasonal. I find it hard when it's like triple digits outside to melt something that's really heavy and rich, because it makes the air really thick. So say in the summertime, I do like more fruity scents, sometimes fresh scents, sometimes woodsy, just depends on my mood. So I'm definitely a mood melter though, because last night I melted pumpkin tiramisu in my bedroom. I can still smell it from the couch, even though I'm melting my grape and key lime scent out here in the living room. So I can't, I'm just like the rich decadent scents. What can I say? Number 25, Scentsy Club or stock up all at once. I think I'm Scentsy Club, or I choose the Scentsy Club. If I have extra money and I'm not planning on making any other wax purchases and it's like the end of the catalog, then sometimes I do stock up. But if it is something that I would absolutely die in my heart, I would have absolute heartbreak that I don't have access to that specific scent anymore, then I would regret that choice of not putting it in my club. And I have been using Scented Club for several years now, and it has changed multiple times, but I appreciate having a consistent flow of wax bars that I absolutely love coming to my house, and I don't have to think about it. So yes, bonus question: scents that make you nostalgic or relaxed? I kind of like nostalgic. And I say that because scent memories are such an amazing thing. And just having something tied to the scent of something, whether it's like a perfume your mom wore or your grandmother, or it reminds you of a place that you visited. I'd rather have nostalgic, because in that, when you go in those places in your mind, then you can feel relaxed, depending on what the scent memory is. That also applies. I don't really scents that make you nostalgic or relaxed. Yeah, how I want to answer that question is I like the scent memory, so I would pick nostalgic. But yeah, I do appreciate the scent memory and the nostalgia that's tied with that. And that is everything for the rapid fire home fragrance tag video. I have no clue who I want to tag, but I am going to tag Stephanie, or Steph Loves Life, so that she can see that I did this video. Let's see. I want to tag Emily, the candle nurse, and my second tag is going to be Beth Wilson from Lavender and Speckles. Do a video, answer the questions. I'll put the questions down in the description box so that way you can answer them. If you don't feel led to do the video, that's also fine. You don't have to be tagged in order to do this video. It is open. It's open season on tag videos. So do your reply, tag, put it in the comments. I'll do like a hashtag rapid fire home fragrance tag. Maybe we can locate the videos that way. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for tagging me in this. I was excited to see that I was tagged, which is so much fun. I will talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves and stay cool. Bye.